Hello. These are the words for the wind for the weekend of October 24th and 25th. And first, some practical information. Today at the 10:30 Mass, for the first time, we had to shut the doors and turn people away because we had exceeded our capacity of 100. And as I said at that Mass, and I want you to know too, Bishop McClory has left the dispensation in place for an indefinite time, which I think is mature and wise and a caring judgment on his part. There are certainly lots of people out there that want to get people back to church and get people back to Mass, and I can't help but think some of that is motivated by economics. As I've said before, we're not going back to something, we're going into something that we have not been in before. Hopefully, at St. Maria Goretti, we're able to salvage and retrieve some of the more engaging and attractive aspects of our life together as a parish, but it is going to be much different because the times we are in are still very uncertain and the time frame is still very uncertain. I'm certainly very grateful for the connections that people maintain and the support of the parish and the affection you have for the parish. I think that's very important, and we're still able to do wonderful, take care of people wonderfully with our community outreach, and that's just been, you're so generous on that and enabling us to help people who never in a million years thought they were going to need help to put food on their table, but that's where we're at today. It is very uncertain. What I said today at both Masses, or this weekend at both Masses, was that things may happen fast. The diocese or public health agencies may impose restrictions on the number of people. They may reduce the capacity that we're allowed to have together in indoor gatherings. And that may happen fast. And so you may come to church in the weeks ahead and we will have shut the door. Don't take that personally. And if we find ourselves in a sustained period of time with a very reduced capacity, and we'll increase the number of Masses so that people who want to come to Mass can come to Mass safely. But that can't happen overnight. There are logistics to that. We need to get people in place to do the greeting and the seating and that sort of thing. And Karen Urich needs time to organize music and people for music, because we want to try as best we can to make our liturgies an experience of people and not just me doing something. So please be patient. We're doing, and you are too, I know, the best that we can. These are stressful times. These are hard times. In addition to that, of course, the atmosphere, the political, social, cultural atmosphere around us is, in my opinion, very toxic, very disturbing, very stressful, very polarized. My friend Richard Rohr is going on retreat from now and the next 10 days. I'm not going to do that, but I find it hard to handle the terrible negativity I find in our own church, the terrible righteousness and writing off of people. You know, the world is suffering now. I mean, in our time, unlike any other time, we can see the suffering. You know, many of us are not, of course. We're not worried about food on our table or a roof over our head, but there are legions of people who find themselves out of work. Their cupboards are bare. Many people are being evicted. They have no places to live. In addition to the anxiety and the fear of the virus, and then, of course, the great suffering that some families are undergoing in the losses that they're experiencing, the lives that are being cut short. And then you look around the world and it's even more devastating. So we live in sad, sad times. And we need to remember that and try as best we can to love ourselves so we can love others as God loves them. And in doing that, we in turn love God. That's a complicated proposition these days. You know, I'm sure many people find it very difficult to believe in a loving God, and I'm sure that many, many, many people look to the Christian churches today and they see such righteousness and such lack of tolerance and such lack of compassion and understanding, such self-absorbed concerns, that they say, you know, what are these people about? Do I want to have anything to do with that? I mean, I'm sure that's happening. So I'm going to end these words for the wind, and I'm going to make a video to show you where I live a little bit and the things that make my life interesting and fun and important for me and good, and how I try and create an environment in my home that speaks of lots of things, lots of people, lots of places, but touches me with gentle hands, if you will. Images and objects that have great significance to me that mean nothing to anybody else. My nephew will throw them all in a dumpster when I die. But in the meantime, I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to create a new post, and they'll both be posted together. And if you like what you see, I hope it makes you smile a little bit. So for a few minutes, hang in there.